Would like to welcome to the stage now Elizabeth Wydra, the president of the Constitutional Accountability Center.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Wydra, and I'm president of the Constitutional Accountability Center. And that's why we're all here today, right? Constitutional accountability. Make no mistake, this moment today is a constitutional moment for the ages. We can never forget what binds us all together. Yes, Republicans, Democrats, independents alike, and that is the Constitution, our founding charter that we the people over time have amended again and again to try to create that more perfect union, to make our democracy more inclusive, more equal, more free. And it is crucial to remember and to remind the person in the White House and the people behind us that impeachment is part of the Constitution. It is in there for a reason. It is in there because the drafters of the Constitution, the founders of our nation, knew that there might be a time for our nation to come together and use a serious, solemn remedy for serious abuses of power. And that is what we have. President Trump is now going to be only the third president in American history to be impeached. It is a sad and sobering reality that he has brought our nation to this moment of reckoning. And make no mistake, this is a moment of reckoning. History has its eyes on the people behind us in this building. The nation has its eyes on the people behind us in this building. Will they live up to their oath to defend the Constitution? So, I'm a constitutional lawyer, and I think a lot about what the drafters of the Constitution, both in the 18th century, but also throughout history, thought when they were putting words in that document. And it's true that the drafters of the Constitution could not have specifically imagined a President Donald J. Trump in all of his details, but someone like him was in fact their actual worst nightmare. They were terrified when they drafted the Constitution of corruption. They knew that corruption was what brought down republics in history. And they were terrified that a president would use foreign corruption specifically. They were terrified that the person to whom they entrusted the most powerful office, our national security, would use that great power and abuse it. And this president has done. They were terrified that the person who was entrusted to take care that our laws are faithfully executed would consider himself eventually above the law. And this president has done. They were terrified that a president would use foreign powers to enrich himself personally, financially. And this president has done. Over and over and over. They were terrified that a person would gain the office of the presidency and then once there, use that great power to ensure that he stayed there. Not because of the votes of the people, not because of the ballot box, which is our routine check on politicians. They were terrified that a president would get into office corruptly and then corruptly and potentially using foreign powers, use that to stay in his office against the will of the people. And this, we are terrified, this president will do. President Trump is the founder's worst nightmare. And as a constitutional lawyer, as someone who really genuinely loves this document and wants to make real its promises every day, man, I am so proud that there are people in the House of Representatives who are standing up for our constitutional democracy. This is a great day for the Constitution, even though it is a solemn day. But this is a day where there are people doing their jobs and standing up for the Constitution. So the question I have is, who will stand up for the Constitution in the Senate? The evidence is clear. The Constitution is clear. And it is clear that we need to have a robust, transparent, meaningful trial in the Senate. The Constitution demands it. We, the people, demand it. And we are all here demanding it today, and I am proud to raise my voice with you and defend the Constitution and ask that our leaders behind us do no less. Thank you.